welcome in studios. We start hour 3. My good friend, Jeffrey Marks, author of Walking with Tigers, among many other works, including Season of Life, The Long Snapper, and has become kind of a, well, not become, you are. You're a Louisianian.
It's my adopted homeland. I love it.
From New York to Chicago to D.C., you just kept making your way down here, and now we're just never letting you leave.
All because of Thibodeau. Don't forget Thibodeau.
In fact, because of Thibodeau and your lovely wife, Leslie, of course, who I guess gave you to us permanently. So you can never leave. You can never leave. That's a rule.
Thank you to you and everyone else here for having me. I appreciate it.
So of course, always, and usually when you're here, it's because you have some interesting story to tell. And you told me this story last week, 2 weeks ago, about the iconic image of LSU's national championship night celebration. There is no image that has been more disseminated than Joe Burrow sitting on a couch, right leg crossed over his left knee, smoking a cigar. And everyone's seen it now. What you probably don't know is that Jeffrey Marks took that picture. So let's start with the who, what, where, when, why, how. Okay. LSU wins, confetti falls, boom.
Right. Well, the on-field celebration, and then, as you know, there's that lapse in between when everyone's clearing off the field and then when the media session starts with, in this case, it was Coach O and Joe Burrow, and I think Patrick Queen, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. I was walking around underneath. This is a weird story. It was, you hear people say, oh, I was in the right place at the right time. I was actually in the wrong place at the right time, and unintentionally so. I did not mean to do this. I was simply looking to find where the media session was going to be. I asked a few security people. I asked a few LSU people, a few people from the Dome, and everyone kept pointing me in different directions.
Same
thing.
I got lost. I walked, stopped, had to come all the way back. And like, no, it's that way. I'm like, I just walked 100 yards that way.
Right. So that was me. We probably crossed each other a couple times. And so finally, I had this idea. Well, maybe if I just go back by where the LSU locker room was, I'll be able to find someone there that will know or even follow them. And just by chance, when I got there, the door opened, and here came Coach O and Joe Burrow and Michael Bonnet walking off to the press conference with a couple state troopers and a couple other people from the Dome or college football playoff. And I just figured, well, I'll just step in behind them. At least they know where they're going.
Logical.
And so I did that. Serious journalism training there.
Yes.
Follow the leaders. And I did follow them. But I thought they would just lead me into the media area where I belonged. We went down the hallway. We took a left turn. We took a right turn. There was a door. We went through it. No one ever stopped me. There was a big crowd, but we just kept walking. And next thing I knew, we were in this little waiting area, not in the media room, but behind the media room, because Dabo Swinney was still at the podium finishing his press conference. So Coach O and Joe Burrow were in a little bit of a hold there until he came off. And there was actually a really nice moment when he did come off, a very nice private personal exchange that he and Joe Burrow had.
The Dabo and Joe Burrow had?
Yeah, it was really neat. It was touching, but it was a private thing and nothing I would have written about or given specifics. But I was impressed by both of them. I thought that was really neat. But there were only, I'd say there were about 6 or 8 people back there.
Okay, so who's back there? It's Joe, it's Ed,
it's Joe,
Bonnet.
It's Coach O, it's Michael Bonnet, Kelly, Coach O's wife Kelly, a couple state troopers. I should say at least one state trooper. The other one was a security guard of some kind. Okay. I don't recall exactly. I think Gordy was there right from the start. I know I saw Gordy back there at one point. I can't remember if he was there immediately when we walked in or if he then entered, but I definitely remember interacting with Gordy in there. And there were 2 guys, LSU staffers. One was shooting video, and the other who I didn't see, but there were a couple other pictures that came out the next day. So a young man named Matt Caron shooting video, a staffer from LSU, and Gus Stark, a photographer. I don't know either one of them, but I was told that those were the 2 guys. So Joe sits down on this black couch and he's smoking his cigar, and that's just not something you see a lot.
Right.
A guy in his full football uniform still. I mean, it was beautiful. I thought it was just a great moment. I thought it was really cool, whether anyone ever saw it or not. The video guy, Matt Caron, he was doing a great job. He was actually down on the floor and moving around and getting different angles and all this and watching the smoke go up and getting his great shots. And I figured, well, what the heck? I wouldn't have done this, but since he's already shooting video, obviously Joe didn't mind at all. I figured I would just snap a couple. I'm the worst, you know very well that I'm the worst technology guy in North America.
I love you the worst.
I hardly know how to operate my phone, but fortunately I can usually at least get a couple pictures. And so I figured I would take a few pictures and just see how they came out. I took a few. They were great. I just thought they were, not that they're great quality, but they just captured a moment that I thought was really cool. And so I looked through them for a minute. I tweeted one out right then, and it went nuts. I had no idea what would happen. I just thought people might enjoy seeing that. So that's what I did.
So I'm going to go find the tweet, because your original tweet, I had it up and then I just closed it out, but it was your original tweet. So you're still backstage.
Right. It was, so the pictures I took, I just looked at this the other day because I was curious. I couldn't remember exactly myself, but thanks to timestamps, the photos were taken at 12:04, 4 minutes after midnight, and the tweet was sent at 12:06, 2 minutes later. So this all happened very quickly.
There it is.
It was nothing that was exactly an artistic endeavor. It was just kind of something that happened, and it went from there.
So your tweet just says "Victory Cigar," #LSU, #Burrow. That was the original tweet with the picture that everybody now knows,
right?
Which is Joe Burrow sitting on the couch smoking the Victory Cigar. So you take this picture. It blows up. Have you had something like this on Twitter do this quite?
Well, yeah, but not a picture and not something that couldn't be a little better controlled. This thing just went out of control because what happens, you know this, I'm sure, but I don't do this a lot. Once it's out there, people just take it, and they don't give credit. They don't care who owns the picture. They don't care about any of that. So we started seeing a lot of interesting things in the next couple days. When I say we, Leslie was watching this, but really my stepdaughter Alex was all over this thing in New York and just loves stuff like this. She's a big Joe Burrow fan. She loves the LSU Tigers. So she was all over this, and she kept reporting to me and sending me little pieces. And really, she was kind of upset because everyone was just, quote, stealing it. And I didn't care. I just wanted people to have fun with it. It was only a few days later, actually almost a week later, when that took a little turn with this piece of art that we discovered. All
right, so we're going to talk about this, because what's actually happened now is the picture that Jeffrey took, which there's literally people who are suggesting that when the inevitable Joe Burrow statue is commissioned, it should be that picture. It should be him with a cigar and his foot over his leg. Like, does it resonate at all with you? Like, that you captured the sort of iconic moment of that post-game celebration? I mean, that is it. That's the one.
Well, better that than OBJ, I guess. So,
okay. I guess. And
not to get over there, but
oddly enough, I have a picture of that.
Well, there you go. But it's funny you say the thing about what it'll mean going forward. I've actually had, you mentioned a statue or the artwork, the photo. I don't recall this, but people tell me, I've been told a lot the last few weeks, that there used to be for McDonald's like a bench outside McDonald's where Ronald McDonald was sitting on the bench, and I guess
you go take pictures. Yeah, for sure.
So I've had people telling me they need to make benches like this with Joe sitting there.
That's
kind of like the Skip Bertman thing where you can go take pictures.
Bad
so
idea.
We got to give that was Leslie, a combination of Leslie and my guy Shane Varnado, who came up with that and kept on me about it. So we'll see. This thing's taking off in so many different directions.
If LSU doesn't do it, I'll do it. We'll put it at one of somebody's place of business, and it would become like a landmark that people would go do.
There you go.
Actually, we're giving away really good free marketing advice here. All right, we're continuing with our friend Jeff Marks. Of course, you can follow him on Twitter at LSU Tigers Book, author of Walking with Tigers, and the noted photographer that took the picture of Joe Burrow smoking the cigar post-national championship game. So we spent the last segment kind of going through this. Jeff incidentally just sort of followed Ed Ogeron, Joe Burrow, Michael Bonnet into a room unknowingly. They didn't kick you out.
Right. I was working on a story.
They would have kicked me. They would have kicked me out. But so what story are you working on?
I'm working on a piece about Coach O and this guy Burrow that played quarterback.
Nice.
So it's a piece I've been working on for a while.
Okay.
It's nowhere near done yet, but that's why I was even there that night. So it was not intentional that I ended up in that room, but they were the two guys that I was kind of focusing on, so it worked out really nicely.
So you snap the picture on your phone, you tweet it, the picture gets picked up everywhere, it goes viral, everybody's having fun with it. You told us your daughter, Alex, though, was like looking at it, kind of keeping tabs on it. So that's where the story kind of takes a little bit of a turn. As I mentioned, this is going to be of interest, I think, to a lot of LSU fans, because not only is this turned into something where you have an opportunity to buy an awesome keepsake, but also help some great organizations in conjunction with all this.
Right. So a week later, the game was on a Monday night. So the next Monday night is when this artwork first surfaced on the internet. I don't even know where Alex saw it, but she had seen it that night. I didn't see it till the next morning. Someone sent it to me. And when I got in touch with Alex, much to my surprise, she had already communicated with the artist on some social media. I don't know how she reached out to the guy, and he had responded. And they had just had a little back and forth. But Alex didn't realize that now that it was a commercial entity, that kind of changed things. I mean, my whole approach all the way along was just let people have fun with it. It didn't matter to me. I actually thought it was great.
Yeah.
Everyone here and everyone around LSU sports has been so amazing to me. I mean, this was just a fun thing. Just let it go and let people enjoy it. But once it became a commercial entity, that made it a little bit different. And that's when we had to kind of see what the proper way to approach that would be. I didn't want to and don't want to make one single penny out of it myself. That's not the point at all. But I just started thinking, if people are making money off this, we ought to at least find something good to do good for others with it. And so that's why we got the business people involved, entered into conversations with this young man. Jordan Spector is his name. He's from Philly, the artist.
So the artist, Paul, can we pull this up? So the art, and you've probably seen this because now I've seen this a bunch advertised on my Instagram and all over you've probably seen this now, which is a canvas work. It's a painting. It's the picture. It's right. With several details added. Joe's Heisman Trophy, the national championship trophy. There's a note on the bottom on the ground which says you can't do it, you won't make it. Sort of an inspirational note. There's the tiger head logo on his. I mean, it's a beautiful canvas print. But it's specifically derived from the picture you took.
Right. And great guy. I've gotten to know Jordan just over the phone. We've had several conversations. The business folks got involved as well. And my whole approach was, look, you're a great artist, obviously. He's got all kinds of great stuff on his website. It's not that I wanted to shut it down. I just wanted to work with him to find the right way to make this into something good for others, not just for him. And so it's going to be great for his business too, don't get me wrong. But what we did, and this was in conjunction with Jimmy Burrow, Joe's dad.
Okay.
I reached out to Jimmy. We had some conversations about not only that, but some other things related to the photo and some ideas that we both had, how this might work out to really help other people. And we decided if we find the right way to do this for charity, then it's a beautiful thing. And fortunately, that's exactly what's worked out. So Jordan, we had several conversations with. He was on board right away.
Cool.
We both were inspired, as so many others were, by Joe Burrow's Heisman speech, where he spoke about the needs in Athens, Ohio, his hometown, and the food bank there, which has brought in donations of over $500,000 already. And so Jimmy Burrow, my initial idea was, well, why don't we put some of this money there? Jimmy told me that there's actually another entity now starting in that county for the same purpose, to help feed people.
Oh, cool.
And so it's the Athens County Foundation Joe Burrow Fund. So that's going to be the Ohio beneficiary.
Cool.
And then I offered to him, well, maybe it's a good idea to have one in Ohio and one in Louisiana. And so I've heard so much and seen so much good out of an organization you're so familiar with, Dreams Come True of Louisiana. So we've designated them as the Louisiana charity. And Becky had some great conversation with her, and I know she was pleased to be part of that as well. So it's really exciting to me. It's one thing to do this, that's fine and good, but it's got to be for a purpose. Otherwise, it's really not worth doing, and that's what we've turned it into.
So, Paul, can you pull this up, if you would? So this is the piece that has been designed, not drawn,
painted. It's
painted.
A painting,
okay,
yeah.
Painted by Jordan Spector, the artist, and so he's selling them on his website. And so for the portion, whichever you all negotiated,
right,
that a portion will go to the Joe Burrow. Say it again.
Yeah. So what it is, just so people have a full understanding. So because it's my photo, there's certain rights I have, and so the money, that every penny that's coming in from that as part of our agreement, I'm not even going to touch any of it. It's going straight. Half of that money is going to the Athens County Foundation in Ohio. Mm-hmm. That's what the Burrows recommended, and then the other half of that is going directly to Dreams Come True of Louisiana.
So that's awesome. And we know we've talked so much about Dreams Come True. We had a radiothon throughout the month of January, and Dreams Come True grants dreams for kids with life-threatening and terminal illnesses. It's an awesome organization that benefits Louisiana children and families that are going through really, really difficult times to grant their dreams. And, as we mentioned throughout the Radiothon, it's about the average dream costs about $3,000 to grant. So this is an awesome way to help that organization. So if you go, the website is?
The website is SpectorSportsArt.com. SpectorSportsArt.com.
SPECTOR.
Correct.
SportsArt.com. I'll tweet this as well. I'll make sure we tweet it from the ESPN page, and we share it on all our social media. But you can see the painting there. It's available in print and on canvas in different sizes as well. And tell me again, it's not just the painting. What else?
Well, the next piece that's come into play is the T-shirts. Okay. So in my conversations with Jimmy Burrow, he says, "Oh, by the way, they've been stealing the photo and making T-shirts as well." So no, I wasn't aware of that. I had seen a couple that weren't my photo, but he told me that was out there as well. So he said, if we're going to do this, we might as well go ahead and look into that as well. He asked me to call a gentleman here in Baton Rouge who he knew, Dan McNamara of Bayou Apparel. And so now we're introducing, they're actually making them as we sit here now, and they'll be available starting tomorrow, the Victory Cigar T-shirts. Exactly.
So we're looking at it. So it's a purple shirt. It says Victory Cigar, and it has the picture of Joe on the center of it smoking the cigar. And same deal where half the proceeds will go to the Athens County Foundation.
Same exact deal.
And the other half will go to Dreams Come True Louisiana. So where can people get these shirts?
Well, the shirts, I wish I could have brought one in, but they are making them. He's trying to rush one over here before you get off air at 6 o'clock. Maybe if he gets here, you can hold it up. But
I'll wear it.
In the meantime, tomorrow they're starting at local LSU sports shops, and they'll be available starting this evening.
Oh, nice.
Maybe even at this moment on designsonthego.com. So that's Designs on the Go. The Go is GEAUX. Shocker there.
Right.
Designsonthego.com. And I guess that's Bayou Apparel's website specifically devoted to these shirts, the Victory Cigar shirts.
Designsonthego.com if you want to check it out there. So
exactly.
What else is next? I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, so we know you own the picture. If people are trying to profit off of it, obviously there's agreements here where you're designating any funds for charity. So I mean, do you have like a team of people that are now just like perusing the internet, waiting to seeing if there are other people using it?
My team is Alex. Alex is pretty darn good at that. She's a hawk, so she's on it. But no, we've as of yesterday, an idea was brought to us, a very similar one related to the Victory Cigar and the photos. So we're looking at posters for that.
Cool.
I don't know if we're going to do that or not. Everything I'm doing is in consultation with Jimmy Burrow and the Burrow family. So it's really their call on those things. All I want to do is be there to facilitate, help get the word out, and obviously share that to support the two causes that we picked.
So Designs on the Go does have it up. Can you look? So here's designsonthego.com, and if you go down, there's the Joe Burrow collection, and
fantastic.
And there it is right there.
That's the first I've seen of it.
The Joe Burrow Victory Cigar. So you can go look, and it even has the notation there that the benefits are going for the Athens County Foundation Dreams Come True of Louisiana.
Fantastic.
So they even have the denotation there. So that's really, really cool. So check out these designs if you can and support some great organizations and get your piece of history. And if you see anybody else that's selling this, make sure you let us know. We'll put Jeff on them, or we'll put Alex on them.
Alex and Matt are on this.
I'll just promote when the stuff comes in, and we'll make sure we're benefiting these great organizations as well. So thanks as always for coming. Did we cover all the bases?
Oh, I believe so.
I always ask you that.
I guess we need some sort of something to tie those benches in. I don't know. Maybe we need coming to a park bench near you, or Joe Burrow. Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get it together. We'll check in with you on it. Alex will keep working on it. We'll stay in touch with the Burrows, and we'll make good things happen.
It feels like a Field of Dreams type angle there. You just have the line of cars wrapped around to come take a picture with the Joe Burrow statue.
By a cornfield?
No cornfield. Well, there's sugarcane in Louisiana.
Sugarcane.
Might as well. Not a bad
Mixing
idea.
and matching. I like it.
Check it out again. SpectorSportsArt.com, SpectorSportsArt.com, and DesignsOnTheGo, GEAUX.com for the T-shirts. If you want to check out this the merchandise with the Joe Burrow cigar, picture the Victory Cigar. And now you know the rest of the story. Appreciate you for coming in as always.
Thanks, Matt.